Hopefully that worked. That looks like it worked. Okay. Except it's... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Rimworld. Again. Certain Mr. Samuel streamer has not streamed. At least I don't actually know. I didn't watch any of the streams. Played through all of his Rimworld Generations thing, which is where he has generations of colonies, colonists having children going on to form dynasties and stuff. I had that idea from CK2 or 3 in Rimworld, but the mods weren't that great then, and I did not have a computer that was capable of doing any of that. And then, well, I mean, he did it, and it did it well because he does it a lot. Real descriptive. So I kind of wanted to do it anyway, and I thought, well, I could make a high-tech faction, and then I could send off some colonists in either the Arco Nexus quest or just a quest to send them off in the Arco Nexus quest to form a new colony, or I could just save them and send them to another game via character editor, which is up here, because I have the UI mod on. So I was gonna do that, and I said, no, I'm not gonna do that, so I remade the characters and got some slightly different mods because I wanted to do medieval version of it, which is what I did. And look at that, it just crashed. Potentially. Something on the screen? Or did I click something I shouldn't have? Oh, yeah, there's the UI broke. Great. Well, this was working before, and now it's not, so... Perfect. But yeah, I got a bunch of mods. Medieval Overhaul is the big one. I was able to play 15 minutes or so before, and then I figured that was good enough. I put the UI mod on. I think I put one other mod on that shouldn't have affected UI. And within, what, 2 minutes of streaming, it crashes. Excellent. Anyway, the original idea was gonna be make a large colony that was effectively empty, except for a couple robots, or like 3 or 4 robots maybe. And it basically just sat there empty, being cleaned, harvesting food, making meals or whatever. And then the idea of that would be, it would be a large reliquary, or sanctuary, or cloister. I don't know. The idea is I took Ideoligin's Rimworld ideology, Ideoligion system. I can't remember. I keep thinking I want to call it the religion system or the cult system, but it's an Ideoligion, which is ideology plus religion. So it's hard to think about that sometimes. But take the religion system, add tons and tons and tons of artifacts based on video games, real life, whatever, and that's what I did. And then Rimworld updated immediately after I finished it, like the morning or the night of me finishing that thing, going through it and spending like 2 days on it, Rimworld updated and added the ability to have fluid ID legends so that you can customize them sort of as you play. And I like that idea. And then I thought, well, it would make more sense to have multiple playthroughs collecting different relics potentially, and then having a single playthrough with all the relics for whatever reason, if it's possible. But I don't know. These are all red errors from the trees. This is from the Fallout mod. I don't know why it's giving me errors, but I don't have them installed anymore. I don't know what these two reds are because I never looked at them. I got too many mods. Just gonna take that off. I like the top bar UI. I like the UI look of it. It might not have been the reason why it crashed, though. The fact that I couldn't even open the debug menu is a problem. If I had development mode on, which I think I did. Either way, though, Celestials, because they heal themselves, and it was either Celestials or Mortals. Celestial seems like it's an easier mod to use. I put Rimworld on, which was probably not a good idea, because that's going to destroy TPS, ticks per second, frame rate, one of those. Probably. Because Rimworld spawns a lot of enemies and stuff, and I did 50% world gen, which I probably should have done 30. I was thinking I would spend today doing world editing stuff and destroy the world, but again, Mr. Samuel Streamer did that for a mod playthrough, so he's a step ahead. It's already got a customized world, which I have a note here on my phone with a bunch of different landmarks from real life to base artifact quests on. Just different cultures and the fancy names surrounding some of them. Like there's a bunch of Greek items, so there's a bunch of Greek mythology places and Greek, real Greek places. I mean, it makes no sense unless I can custom place where the quests spawn you. But they're just around your base, I think, so it doesn't matter that much. But I thought it would be neat to have real world landmarks. But then at that point, I might as well try to make a similar real Earth. I should have probably put the away screen on while this is loading. Probably. But I think I have music by default playing in the, yeah, I do. In this, so. Hopefully this won't be busted. Although I have no hope because I don't know how to do modding very efficiently. Runtime GCC or whatever, I think it's called, the cleanup mod. It's the only one that I know that actually improves performance. Tried Rocketman before, it didn't seem to improve performance because if I go to 3, it's gonna go to like 330. Yeah. So yeah, normally once I get to a year or two in my colony, it doesn't get up to there. It goes to like 90 at most. And then you open up this runtime GC in-game cleaner and they clean up the world ponds and it runs a little faster. That's it. Oh, I might not have a dead move on before. Maybe that's why I didn't push up. Anyway, hopefully this doesn't break. We got this by default because our colonists start really happy, and we got cheater, and I don't think we got any other ones. But the two goals I have are get as many achievements as possible, or get all of them, and then the ideology here. I needed to think of something more. Syncretism is amalgamation of religions and different beliefs into one, and very unoriginal stuff here. But then I thought, what if you just had all of the religion artifacts from, like, you know, our myth, our humanities myths, and there's a bunch of them here. I just kind of went down a Wikipedia article, and I think 1 or 2 are from a game. I don't remember. Either way, though, they're kind of neat. I like all of the history behind them, and I kind of want to make a mod that adds specific items, but the way that this game works is you can't really make specific items. With this relic system, though, you can, so I don't know how, if I could, like, inject relics into the ideologians. I didn't make any of these other ones. I was going to, but I didn't want to spend time on it right now, because it's for fun. I also, hopefully, I have free will don't care. So I don't know how this works exactly, but it seems to disable the work bar. And I'm hoping that's not a bug and that's intentional. But yeah, it disables the work bar, I think, so they just do everything. But then I think, yeah, I don't know. I was hoping there'd be a way to do it. So I would need a colonist of a different ideology to actually test it. But you can still control them. It's just that they do things automatically if you assign them. So, like, this is a wood burning stove. Can't add any builds to it because I don't have any. But this is a fireplace, and I can cook simple meals, so I set this to do 10, and then when one of these people finish their idle cycles, they'll go do it, because they're all set to cooking, or they should be set to cooking. Or I could do this. And then, oh, maybe they don't have anything to cook with, now that I think about it. Yeah, we don't have anything, we just have the starting beef jerky. Which is made from cauliflowers. Okay, well, that's not great. I've not played with a medieval mod because I didn't like the trees very much before, but with free will on, I don't know how well this will work, but yeah. I don't even there. And the start is just the mercenary start, I think, that came with it. I'm not sure if it came with it, but I think it did. We spawned like over here, I think, and there was like broken carts. Dog beacon. Okay, I don't know what that is. I thought there was like broken carts that are supposed to spawn on the map. I don't know. Also, regrowth forest. We're in an aspen forest. I don't know how well these play together. I don't want to think. I just wanted to play Rimworld more. Janus. I didn't give them Celestial, did I? Of course. I didn't. Okay, I'll give them Celestial then, because that was one of the things I want to start with. If I can read. Celestial makes them effectively immortal. Main reason for that is because I am bad at Rimworld, and if I'm going to play in any difficulty, I don't really want pawns to die easily, which explains why their stats are basically all the good traits. I was going to go with the same thing before. They have double passions, everything, no skills, but I decided that doesn't fit as well. So that's only me. But tons of good traits, so basically they're superhuman monstrosities. Hopefully the game doesn't slow down too bad. Hopefully there's no UI destroying bugs, anything like that. Oh yeah, the ideology, I set it to rustic, morbid Shintoism. I kind of want to put it... I want to switch that around for Bushido, because I like the armors and stuff, but I'm going to leave it rustic because, well, rustic is probably the closest to, like, I don't know, Rimworld. That is a morbid stool, I think. I don't think that's rustic. So that's... Anyway. Doesn't matter. I won't play Rimworld, that's all. That's my excuse. And streaming Rimworld to 0 people is a good enough excuse for me to play Rimworld. Although this entire base is off center, that's fine. We can fix it. Make it nice and center. Oh yeah, I have research whatever on, so they'll just research the lowest level of research, which is what so the main mod around this was going to be babies and children, so that the colonists can form relationships and then have children. And I don't the biosculptor pod, I don't actually know if I can build it with the medieval tech. I would think so, because uh-oh. Things may have just fallen apart in my head. I was thinking you could build higher level tech than just medieval, but if this game removes the ability to research spacer and ultra tech, then whoops, I made a mistake. Anyway, if that's map reroll. If you look for biosculptor mods on the workshop, there's like 3 of them, if I recall correctly. One of them is one that allows you to age up colonists, which is perfect. So I don't need to use age pills anymore. I can just use the biosculptor. So then the biosculptor becomes this amazing piece of technology that can age up all the pawns. So then you have the ability to age up children instead of making pills to age them up. So in my mind, I was thinking, you know, we build up the colony slowly, we research more technology, and eventually we get to the point where we can build biosculptor pods and then age up the children artificially, and then continue the colony that way. So it was like a, I don't know, weird medieval science cult. Yeah, but then with Rimworld, I don't know what's gonna happen with Rimworld, because Rimworld spawns all these caravans and things between it. I don't see any, so maybe Rimworld is not working. Well, Rimworld is supposed to make all these factions fight each other and take over each other's bases, although I just realized I probably have diplomatic diplomacy. There's one. So they have scouts, bases and stuff, and they will fight each other, but I removed all the fierce ones except the hostile ones to everyone, except bandits, because I like the idea that the technology people are both the Empire, who hate us, but are friendly with most people, I think, bandits, insects, bandits being just like cowboys and stuff, and then I don't remember if the Shadow Shogun's ending with, and mechanoids. So the main enemies are people with technology mostly, and then the friendly people are mostly just the tribals and like the medieval and the samurai and stuff like that. I like that idea. Like the more higher technology you get, the angrier people are, and the more war goes on or something like that. I don't know. And then originally I was going to make these 3 people related, but turns out you need to make a parent for that to work, and I didn't feel like thinking of a parent or something like that, so I didn't. The start, though, has this castle in the very center of the map right here, which is the missing rally point. That's EPOP, Stand-Up Prosthetics Organizing. In the very center of the map's right here on the ritual spot, which I'm going to leave here, and I want to build the castle around it, because normally I like to build my back against the wall, like with an ocean or something, but instead I decided to build on a aspen forest in the middle of nowhere, which I was gonna do a chromatic oasis and then make the map massive with a giant lake in the center, but I'm bad at Rimworld, so I decided not to do that. And you can see my colonist is nearly dying to hypothermia, but because they're celestial, it doesn't matter in my opinion. I also got like a bunch of mods that I haven't used too much before. Oh, yep, pay attention. Okay, we can't craft anything, but we can cook meals. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And like every other time in Rimworld, I'm going to at least attempt to not have people going into the colony. Attempt, because normally whenever I try to make a colony, I end up trying to save and recruit everyone. And because I'm bad at Rimworld playing on easy difficulty, I don't lose anyone, so... This time, we're playing on 50% difficulty, not 100%, and I have turn a rearm chance, which probably won't matter. Everything else is left normal except this, which is upped. So we're gonna have raids periodically, like when I normally played Rimworld, because I'm bad at Rimworld and things. What's that? Toggle ceiling fish. Oh yeah. I do have auto roofing is on, right? It's one of these buttons. Oh. Actually, is it just because it's not claimed? No? It's not claimed. Maybe it's because it wasn't a complete building when they built it. I also do like, I don't know why I like doing everything in odds. I think it carries over from Minecraft, I think. So I need to stop doing that too. They're night owls. Oh, free will. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay, that's okay. That's I didn't see this button here before. That's very good. Okay, so yeah, the backstories for the character, the bios for the character. Vulcan grew up in a shelter. Learned a lot, and then he grew up to be a gunfighter. So my theory behind him is he's an orc. So he grew up in a orc shelter, getting smart, and then he grew up to fight in the orc wars or whatever. Because these are from the Shadowrun Races mod. I don't know. And then Janice is an elf who grew up as a child spy and then an intelligence agent, spy master, stuff like that. Janice, and then my character, which is very generic and was a starship royalty and then grew up to be a captain of a starship because I couldn't think of anything, and those were, they kind of synergized, I guess. I don't know. I also have the moon mod on. That was on the workshop today. It's very nice because it makes the game darker, which is great for streaming, obviously, because you can definitely see what's happening. I would say that I'm good at Sims, because Sims is, you know, an autonomous game. You just like Rimworld, you just set it up and let it go, right? I don't know what this rustic furniture tab is, I'll be honest. I might have installed mods and just forgot about it, or I could be insane and it was there all along. And the current popular collection on the workshop is the Roman one that Mr. Samus Streamer is playing. And going through that mod pack, there's a nice selection of mods in there that I never really thought of. Can I actually... Okay, so I can prioritize some stuff. We don't really need a wood burning... Does this produce heat? It does. Okay, so maybe we don't install it for now. I don't remember that being so loud. I like to have a resource pile that's just my everything pile, so if anything gets put here, it needs a place. I don't know how many people do that, but you could always just make special zones for it specifically. Crafting spot does work? Is anything in here? Oh, okay. That's where all the stuff is. I thought I needed to make it in this workbench. I mean, we need clothes. Step 1. We need weapons. We need a bed. Wait, I have a USFM. That's what I said. We have that mod, so we can hire people, and I thought, well, that'll solve my colony population issues. If I ever get enough silver, I can just hire colonists to do stuff, which I don't know how well is going to work. I can actually just set this to not automatic refill. Oh yeah, I reloaded, so of course there's nothing growing. Right where all the trees are. Six mammoth gold pumpkin plants. I think that's been renamed. 6. Yeah, I guess wheat. No, rye, because rye's cold weather. I think rye is colder weather, and it's like a harsher, I don't know if you call it harsher taste. Oh, I didn't even see that. I honestly didn't think those were shelves. For some reason, I thought that was a table, even though there's a table right here. I don't know what I was thinking. Rustic stool. Yeah, that's... Oh, that's... Oh, okay, rustic... Okay, rustic furniture is the medieval expanded furniture. Got it. And then I got the destroy thing mod because I figure that makes sense. If I don't like something, I can just get rid of it instead of having to figure out how to destroy it. Also, the rename mod came back, finally, in my opinion. It means that you can rename anything. So, like, if I wanted to rename the stool, I can actually just rename the stool and then give it a color and stuff, which you can also just change. Okay, well, I guess you can't change the color of it, of the label. This used to be a color picker UI, I could have sworn. But yeah, if, like, see the scavenging mod, they scavenge grasshoppers. So if I want to rename these, you could just rename them, which is amazing, because then the rename everything mod was like 1.7 or 1.8. But it meant that, like, if I wanted to make a book, I can rename the book, whatever that is, Roud Skinner. Which is, like, I want to say that's the book made out of a dead person's skin, or sinner skin, or something like that. Or if I wanted to, like, rename a sword, I could rename a Sword of Mars. It was a great mod. Loved it. Scavenging mod I specifically got because I figured, yeah, it would be great to actually just scavenge meals like that. So we made a worm, grasshopper, lichen moss, raspberry berry meal. I don't know how good that would be. How good was that? It was raw, apparently. Or non-fungus plant cooked. Wait, what? 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 What are those? There's fungus. Alright, well, I don't remember setting these. I know we have the ability to change them, but I don't remember adding. I don't remember adding some of these. Okay, that's all I'm gonna change. Maybe I changed it when I was doing free mind. Cleaning should grow. You're not assigned to growing. Okay. Luckily, we have this person that does everything, right? Yeah. Crushing for, yep, grains and sugarcane juice. Yeah. I don't want visitors currently. Ah, you have insomnia. Bet it's because of desensitized, maybe, I don't know. Uh-oh. 3 different bone. And pelts decay, that's not good. I mean, that they do, but hey, Rex. Dog beacon. What a dog beacon, small growing mushroom. Glowing mushroom grows in aspen forest. That's cool. Okay. Ah yes, drop pod bandits. Just like the old westerns. He's got a fucking shotgun. Yep, and we've got 3 bows and some sticks with no clothing. Perfect. Can you, do that? So I'm gonna guess that there's another step here. Yep. We need to make leather. So we need some sort of tanning rack to make these into leather. Which means we need research. This is a bit of a problem then. Because I'm not sure we start out with the research to make leather. Oh, thanks. Danny Kurihara. Okay, well that's not good. You can't do that. I was about to say, where's he going? Alright, you're just gonna vomit everywhere. I don't like it. I vomited enough. Okay, well, I think, yeah, you're the best shooting. You're getting the shotgun. And they move so slow. Probably because they're, sick. Yeah, 50%. Ah, look at that, fast food. Ha ha ha, look at me, I'm a comedian. Ha ha, funny. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you're set to kill everything, actually. My mistake. Can't expect to come out as kings on day one. I'm sure there's a more optimal way to play here, but he's just not sleeping? Or am I not understanding? I don't know how they acquired insomnia, but it seems to not make them sleep. Or did they just get a bed in like one of the ruins and I didn't notice it? Because I don't think any of the ruins should be claimed. Oh, that's a nice sound. Crickets. If I open my window, I bet I'd hear fucking crickets again. I live in one of those places. Tons of crickets at night somewhere. Oh. They're usually a lot louder than that. Eat the dried cauliflower. Cauliflowers. Maybe that's a person. Oh, the fucking rats. So yeah, there's a mod called Rats that adds rats that find rotting things that aren't refrigerated, and I was fully expecting it. Because I thought it was hilarious in the video that I saw them in, and I thought it would be hilarious to actually have them because it makes sense. Deal with the rats. I might have to, yeah, I don't know what I have to do with rats. Maybe I might have to do something about rats, because then I think about it, they're gonna be a problem. A constant problem, especially with free will on. Maybe I need to turn free will off. Partially. Fucking the rat. I was about to say the rat got food poisoning. No, gut worms. Well, as is tradition, I do like to keep, for some reason, burying all of the dead enemies instead of just cutting them up or cremating them. Makes the game laggier, I bet. Oh yeah, our faction. What is our faction name? H-TUO, because all their last names are T.U.O. Settlement name, White Quarry. Well, because I wanted to make the big reliquary with all the relics in it, the Vault, and I called the other settlement I made that I buried a ton of dead people in the graveyard. I thought I was going to do something like that, but White Quarry is a pretty decent name, except we're in an aspen forest in the middle of a desert. And the most famous one is Pendo. It's Latin for like the giant one or something like that, I guess. Yeah, but I can't think of a good name. White Quarry is pretty decent sounding, but there's no white rocks around this, so that doesn't work. We could do Granite Quarry, but that just sounds silly. Yeah, okay. We're just gonna ignore what I just said, and then we're gonna rename this White Quarry because clearly I can tell the difference between granite and marble, and clearly this is marble, and this is marble, and this is granite. This is sand limestone, that's what I said. And yeah, I can clearly tell that these are white rocks. Oh, you got a tummy ache from eating your worm rat meat. Jesus Christ. Glad we made it to modern day, where I'm sitting in a building nicely insulated against the extreme temperatures of the outdoors. And the only bugs that I deal with are ones that I can smash and throw in the trash or throw outside, because they are pests, not food. And rats are very unlikely. I was originally gonna stream until 8, which was only like 20 minutes after I started streaming, but because I had the unfortunate incident of throwing in a mod halfway through, I decided I wasn't gonna do that. Scavenging mod's pretty good though. That's a nice tribal sort of deal. Wait, did you just... What, ancient bed isn't... Okay, yes, Janice did get an ancient bed. Where'd the corpse go? There's not human meat. Am I... Did they pack him? Oh, the god, they did. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be for... no colonists, everyone else, yeah. So if you want to get around to burying... Oh, no, consume. Give him a berry. There we go. At a raid? Oh, it's the Caravan Adventures quest, which I probably should have turned off. Probably. It's kind of causing some TPS issues. The reason why I should have turned it off is because doing the quest, you get all of these people. I want to do the quest because he gives you bounty on mechanoids, so if we ever kill mechanoids, we get something for it, rather than just dead mechanoids. Can't really buy anything, can we? Like, nothing here would be useful. Besides maybe the telescope. Who was I talking to? Talk to whoever that is so we can get the quest and then... Yeah. Hey, we've been traveling for weeks now. We were hoping if we could make a few days rest at your village. We won't trouble you, of course. We just need to relax for a bit. It's been hard on the road. Sure, we don't mind. You're welcome to stay here a while. It's kind of you. This is a fantastic village. This is a fantastic structure. Fades into the beautiful nature all around perfectly. How are you guys doing? Yeah, we made it through the summer. Hopefully we'll make it through the winter. Should be fine. We started building not too far. Hopefully Jack runs out of boost soon so he can find all the rest of our buildings. Construction's anxious getting work anyway. Give us a visit. Might swing by. Gotta go. I think if you do the other one, you always get a power generator thing. What are they called? They generate infinite power. I don't remember what they're called. Volumetric, something like that. Anyway, I think you get one of those if you choose the other option. You're very nice to them. Either way, though, I didn't want that, so I was hoping it was a random chance drop on the other one. Or I'm sorry, I'm hoping that it wasn't a random chance drop. I'm hoping it was. You can pick either option. You get a reward, or you don't. Oh yeah, Celestial Self-Heal. That's right. I forgot about that. Oh, he's resting because he's injured. Silly me. Yeah, I forgot I can turn off cutting and they'll just plant everywhere around it. Maybe we could switch to fishing, potentially. Not sure about that though. Because I don't know how scavenging works in winter, so fishing would be the only other option besides hunting, I think. I don't see any reason not to. Salt ore, also known as salt. The reason why I say neat development points. The reason why I say there's no reason not to is because we have a quarry, which is going to give us lots of silver, or at least lots of resources. Hopefully. I might have to change it so that, yeah, I don't know. No reason we can't start collecting poo. Sewage can be turned into chem fuel. That's why you want to collect it. Hey, they're harvesting grass. Okay, they're planting corn. Okay, I thought, yeah, that's fine. They won't grow the wheat for a while, so at least they shouldn't be getting up to plant 6 yet. Yeah. All I know is that the rye. All I know is that the rye can last through winter, I think. And wheat can too. So if I need to, I can just grow tons of it and not harvest as much of it, or not need to harvest as much of it, and then I harvest it through winter. Scavenging might work for winter, and we could also fish if I really needed to all the way down here. I don't really want to force them to work until we hit a big block in progress, which is basically just waiting for them to do research. And the reason mainly is because I kind of want this to... I don't know exactly. See, technically we can't do friendly stuff with the Shattered Empire because they're a Rimworld objective, so we shouldn't be able to help them, in my opinion. But I mean, we could do this just to get the thing, but we're not going to, especially in Needle Roll. We're not going to, because we're going to say that the Empire is evil, and partially, by extension, some of their technology has created the mechanoids, and therefore robots are not evil, but they are the source of conflict in this world. Source of power on this world. So that's why we want to become sort of robots. We're also supremacist, which I just realized requires acceptable or honorable slavery, so that's where that came from. Oops. now we just kind of need to let them get researching. Which I think they should all be able to do. Yeah, they should all be able to do researching. So, make food once they finish cutting all the trees down in this area. Probably don't need to do this, but I kind of want to keep clear of trees because I didn't know aspen leaves fall, which they clean up. So I could just reduce the home zone, but I'm not going to do that. Plus the wood will be useful for building or whatever. Caravan rescue event where you basically go there and yeah, we're not going to do this right now. This will be later, potentially. We do have 3 people, so we do have the option for... I don't think there's anything... Yeah, there's no gear and stuff like that. Major breakers. You can plant wheat or rye. That's good. Okay, so we're just waiting on research still. So this is gonna take quite a while, probably. The rats appear to not be going after all the decaying stuff in here, or at least they haven't noticed it yet. I remember some point in my childhood or teenage years, I had a Slim Jim. That wasn't our first raid. Eight-year-old with a dark short bow wandering by in iron armor. I had a Slim Jim. And I remember biting into it and trying to eat it, and it being very chewy. The one I just ate was very chewy as well. And it reminded me of the time when I had a full-size one, I think. And as a child, it was bigger than I probably remember it. But normally, you have to rip the plastic case on it, and then you pull it down, and then the meat stick is in plastic cylinder, like half cylinder. And apparently when I did this, either I ripped it and somehow ripped the front off and not the cylinder, or there were two, because I was chewing on plastic. And the one I just ate made me remind me of this because it felt like I was chewing on plastic. That's Rimworld coming into play. The only problem with Rimworld, I think, is that these sacrilege hunters, they need to have a base for the quest. So I need to make sure they don't lose this base. I don't think USFM does anything. Well, I was gonna actually remove all them from the map, but I didn't want to world edit too much. Apparently the freaking insect hive, the hulking hive, is expanding, which is not great. Katarina Ronitan. Dang it. Oh no, the 8-year-old. Dang, shotgunned in the leg and then short bow hit on the torso, arm, right leg, pelvis. So what actually killed you? Oh yeah, okay, just shot with all the bows super fast apparently, or I wasn't paying attention. That looked like they got one shot. Oh, hang on, you need to... Stripping the clothes off specifically so we can... so we can either recycle the clothing... I shouldn't have done that. Overall, skirt, hoodie, and sombrero and dress. I don't have this installed. I don't think I have it installed. Okay. Why is that not counted? There we go. And then we get some cloth out of this, we can make clothes out of. Hopefully we can get some research done. Potentially. I wonder if it's better to just grow grass than hay grass. Hay grass probably produces more, but grass grows really quick. So we now have rock collecting. Means we can gather pebbles and all that stuff. I think I'm gonna go with marble. Normally I go with marble or granite. Because granite I think is the strongest stone type, but marble's white and we're white quarry, which is the randomly generated name, so that's what we're gonna do. So many have straw. I was waiting for pickup. So what is straw? Okay, make straw stuff with it, which we have the research for, probably. Alar One's clan. This isn't gonna work, is it? It does. It's the Aida Shogun? The Shrew Shogunate? Because me and R1's clan is... Oh, that's actually just the name of the Vikings. Okay. The United Union, the Mechanical March. Okay. I might have to rename that, the Viking clan, to something, because Alar Ones is not very Viking sounding, but with the normal one that I do. Bear Slayer, Palestinian, Palatineson. Well, the only problem is I'm getting lower FPS. Still get almost 60 FPS. I think I have it limited to 60. Around 60. Even though my fresh rate on my monitor is 165, so this probably looks terrible. Now that I think about it. Especially if it's getting 20 FPS. In-game. Turning rice into flour. I didn't know you could do that. With this mod, that's nice. Wheat grains, though. Okay. Hopefully rye drops rye and not wheat, though. Or if it does, I guess it doesn't matter, because change it over. Shield bearer, but he doesn't have shield. Abjorn Elegantson. Eventually gonna happen, I guess. Either Vulcan and Janus or Mar and Janus. Basic furniture. Finally, we can build simple beds. Eventually. once they finish researching. A steel. Neat. If we could just figure out to close. I'm gonna guess that the FPS is dropping because of Rimworld stuff going on, potentially. Because there's quite a few things going on, but I remember I did set it really low before, but probably should have made the map smaller. We should be able to build some security. We should be able, yeah, dry stack, so we can dry stack marble pebbles. Quarry is going to be what, 50 iron, 50 steel ingots. So yeah, quarry is going to take an actual effort to do. I do know that there's some production thing in Medieval Overhaul. I shouldn't have hex tiles, should I? Hex tiles are technist. We're not tech people. I don't think. You don't need to sew that.